Hello everybody and welcome back to Artvent, and today we have a very special episode because it is my birthday. So basically today I thought it would be a fun idea, to do sort of like a birthday special. As you can tell, particularly for my birthday, to basically redesign like the ardnard, my sort of like channel icon, and make him sort of like a Krampus, because basically where I'm from today is like Krampus Day, so basically on my birthday is Krampus Day, so kind of like there's always been this joke that I'm a Krampus in a way, like I guess it's like a legend or like this devilish creature. And yeah, I guess I'm just gonna talk a little bit about, my birthday, and maybe also like the culture around Krampus runs. And, you can watch along in the meantime how I redesign ardnard to make him like a Krampus version of himself. So yeah, actually I guess just give you the exact date. I was born on the 5th of December in 2002, and funny enough, I think I share, my birthday was probably one of the most iconic people ever. Walt Disney literally was also born on the 5th of December, which I think is so funny that I share a birthday. I mean, we all have done this, where we sort of look up celebrity birthdays, if they share the same one as we do. But yeah, I think that's kind of cool, Walt Disney. But besides that, I don't think there's that many notable people that I share a birthday with. But yeah, basically here it's known as like Krampus Day, and tomorrow there would be like Nicholas Day, you can call it, like the Sacred Nicholas. I don't know, but basically it's also, he kind of looks similar to like a Santa Claus character in a way, and basically the entire story is that he sort of saves the people or the children from the Krampus, and then he brings gifts. So for example, normally when I was a child, tomorrow, like December 6th, there would normally be like a boot of some kind that would be filled with candy or nuts, like peanuts, or like clementines and apples or things like that. And I remember as a child, whenever there was like Nicholas Day, in the morning you wake up and you have either like a boot or a sock which is filled with these things. And also in schools they often do this, where somebody will like dress up as like the Nicholas and will go from class to class and also hand out nuts and clementines. But also I think one time we got like chocolates, and it's a very typical thing that you get like these chocolates of either like a Nicholas or a Krampus. And as you can imagine, I always got or chose the Krampus one because that is literally my identity. Like, I was born on Krampus Day, of course I'm gonna choose the Krampus chocolate. Duh. But basically it's kind of like this, like you have the small ones, but also like these real tall chocolates, and they kind of look like how can I describe this? But basically like they're very like tall. Basically looks like the outline of a person. But yeah, that's basically the one part of sort of this culture. But also we have the also iconic and kind of very traumatic and universal experience of Krampus runs. I think that's what we, you can call it in English, but basically a Krampuslauf is what it's called in German. And if you haven't been traumatized by a Krampus, like, who are you? Like in any sort of like German language speaking country, like who are you? So basically what would happen is, I think it's normally like on the weekends, or if then on Krampus Day or Nicholas Day. And basically some people, like, I think in our case, like in our little town that I am from, it's basically like, I think the firemen or like the people from the Red Cross like often tend to dress up as the Krampuses, the Krampuses, and you know, they have like these like twigs, like, or like this whip, and then they like hit you with it, or like sticks that they hit you with, and you know, these just very scary costumes. And basically, you know, you always have like, you know, the children, because it's normally combined with like a whole like play, and you have also like the Christmas markets also like start around that time. And basically the story is like, here, you know, you have like the Krampuses who like run and like look real scary and like scare the kids. And then you have sort of like the Nicholas who saves them and sort of like keeps the Krampuses at bay or whatever. And I remember, like, you know, just that you're absolutely terrified as a child. And it's also this ironic thing, or not really ironic, but like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's very bizarre, but there's a lot of controversy around it, mainly with the fact that, you know, the people who like dress up at the Krampuses sometimes don't really obey the rules that they're supposed to, or it's like kind of like controversial, you know, for example, that, you know, you get hit with these sticks sometimes, like especially if you're a girl, like you're gonna hit it like in appropriate places, so it's already nice, but it's kind of like funny, and so you're like, which one is it? Or also, you know, that like some parents like tried, you know, not to traumatize their kids, like try and put them on the side, but then they still, you know, get into these children's faces and scare them and make them cry. So it's kind of like this weird thing between, oh, well, it's tradition, but also, you know, it does scare the kids, and it does sometimes create like uncomfortable moments. And I think there's also been like cases where really like the Krampuses like overdid it. And so I guess that's a not so fun fact about Krampus Day, but I guess it's fitting for the character that, you know, it's not a very nice character. And yeah, basically, you know, the common experience that you get traumatized from Krampus Day, like a Krampus run. And yeah, besides that, you know, normally afterwards would be like the Christmas markets, which currently, like, there are so many people and so many tourists. Nothing, I had no hate against tourists. Like, I am gonna be literally a tourist in 2 days. Time when I go to Budapest with my mom. But literally, like, it's just a lot of people and you can barely move. And also, like, I feel like it's getting like more and more by each year, and almost like this sort of like capitalism or industrialization almost of Christmas markets. Like, I remember like last year when I went, like, you know, to the like most common ones, it just like, even like the more like, I guess, like, what do you call it, like the secret or like the insider things, because obviously I'm a native, I know that, but like insider sort of tips, they get like bigger and bigger each year. Like I remember I went to this one Christmas market, I'm like, did I miss this entire part? What why is there like 2 times or 3 times the amounts of like stands and like the size and like everything and lighting and the sort of like what the people are selling? I'm like, this is crazy, like I don't remember this. And you know, you can just tell, especially like with the more touristy ones, how they like obviously try to cater to the tourists, and it's just like so big and grand, and like the lighting, it's so crazy. And I feel like it kind of like especially with like the bigger, more notable Christmas markets, it sort of like loses its charm, I feel like, and I don't even want to spend a lot of time there. Like it's almost like just quickly like go there so you have seen it and then never go again for the rest of the year, because it's like I went to most Christmas markets already in November. We just started with December, but you already can't walk. Like it's crazy. And it just also when I like go by the underground, like you know, like the metro, with when I go like home from university or whatever, like there's just so many people, and you know everybody with like their trolleys, or what do you call them, like the, you know, all of their baggage, all of the things, you know, and literally roll over you, and just so many people, and it's so crazy because you can't really move, and so you have no choice, obviously. I feel like no choice but for the locals to go to like the more, you know, insider, not, you know, like the main like Christmas markets. Like one time sure, but I'm not gonna go there regularly, like especially because I can't move and they're even more expensive. Like Christmas markets are already really expensive and they get more expensive each year. Like the punch with like the cups and like everything, it's so expensive, it's crazy. And yeah, I don't know where this is gonna lead, but yeah. We now come to a very fun section that I wanted to point out, which I guess just describes me and technology very well. As you can tell, I'm struggling with painting the eyeball and filling it in with like the, you know, the fill-in function, because I want to get into digital art. I started a little bit, but things like this is just where I'm like, what? Like I understand Word, I understand PowerPoint, even Excel to a degree, but even though we had like things like Photoshop in school, I just struggle with this idea of like these small icons and having to know all of, like having no help in terms of names or what the thing actually does. And like, what is this? You see this little white line, like what is that? And just triggers me. I bet if I actually had the knowledge, or like was patient enough to like watch through all of the tutorials, or wasn't so cheap and actually, you know, used programs which cost some money, then I wouldn't be in this position. But yeah, maybe once I make more money, maybe then it will change and I will use, I don't know, like the typical like was like Photoshop or like the, I just forgot the name, but the one that everybody uses, where I'm not even sure if it's not just only for like Apple, but whatever. Maybe one day, you know, a girl can dream that maybe one day I'll be good at digital art. And yeah, I mean, this is already it's a start, you know, it could be worse. But yeah, you can see me here making the best out of it, but yeah, I wasn't very, very happy with that. But yeah, I guess that was my rant on Christmas culture, or at least like a very small snippet of it, and Christmas markets. I'm actually gonna go on a Christmas market today, which again is like, it's a really nice one, but again not like as like, you know, overfilled with people, you know, you can actually move. So that is going to be nice, and I'm gonna enjoy my birthday. And I hope that, you know, you enjoyed this, I guess, rather short video, but you know, it's my birthday, so I wasn't really in the mood to do too crazy thing and too much time. So yeah, we're just gonna fill in the rest of our little ardnard, or Krampus ardnard, I don't know, ardnard. He doesn't have a name, but it's just, you know, the Krampus version. And yeah, it is kind of different in style because the original ardnard is more like blushed with color, and this one is like genuinely like filled in and more bold. But yeah, I hope that you found this somewhat entertaining or inspiring. So until tomorrow, bye.